Okay, that should be good. There's probably going to be a slight amount of white noise in the background because of the fan, but oh well. There we go. And then just click there onto the window. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yep. So I'm fairly certain we don't need anything from the Citadel right now. Oh, hello. I just started, but I'm pretty sure where I left off, I've already done the local cluster, and I've already done these three at least. I think I may have done this one too. I don't think so? Voyager, Armstrong, Kepler. Right, I've done Armstrong. That was the one I did. Hawking Edda. I think what I want to do... I think I want to do this one next. This one only has like 2 in it. And I always forget... Oh, my phone. There we go. Rinchato? Rinchato is a close-orbiting hot Jupiter with traces of sulfur. Its hydrogen-helium atmosphere. The disruptive gravity well of this gas giant prevented any planets from forming nearby. By hot Jupiter, I'm guessing it's because it's a gas giant that's so close to the sun. It's kind of neat. That's the one you could land on. Dredger is a small barren rock world with a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its surface is frigid and mainly composed of silicates, with deposits of magnesium, aluminium, and other light metals. Dredger has a weak magnetic field, making it unsuitable for drive-discharge operations. Scans of orbit have directed a large deposit of beryllium. There you go. Patagiri has a thin atmosphere composed of neon and chlorine. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of silica with deposits of copper. During the long, cold night, the chlorine in the atmosphere falls to the ground in the form of frost. That sounds so toxic. Scans from orbit have detected a large deposit of thorium. Huh. Uh, Alrumater is a small rocky terrestrial planet with a trace atmosphere of nitrogen and krypton. Its frigid surface is mainly composed of light metals with deposit areas of frozen ammonia. Oh, you detected a weak signal coming from the far side of planet Alrumater. Joker brought the Normandy around, and your salvage team picked up a small escape pod trapped in orbit. There is a long dead Turian inside, along with a few personal items and a protein data disk. Huh. Binthu has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide with a permanent haze of toxic chlorine and clouds of sulfur dioxide that periodically drop torrents of acidic rain on the surface. Its crust is mainly composed of sulfur, with deposits of calcium. Like most worlds in the Voyager cluster, Binthu has only been charted within the last 20 years by Alliance surveyors. There is no known native ecology. Data about the world is surprisingly brief and generic, painting a picture of an unpleasant and uninteresting place. That's a little rude of the game. Okay, I think we're gonna stick with our landing party on Forum Worlds. Huh. This place has slight vegetation. So might as well just head north. Wait. Oh, because I forgot to upgrade stuff. Ugh. Everything kind of loaded in all at once. Yeah. I think I said the thing I wanted to do was I wanted to try to, progress her towards first aid. Oh! We've already found all the light metals. Huh. I'm currently sitting at 8 out of 20 heavy metals and 17 out of 20 rare earths. It's kind of neat. I'm gonna just save right there. I'm gonna grab my glasses so I can actually read properly. Dang it, they're all like messed up now. You know, on the bright side, I don't really need the glasses to see. I just need glasses to effectively read things properly. Because those that don't know, I suffer from a unique form of double vision because one of my eyes is slowly rolling out of the socket. So, like, it's not really a astigmatism. It's more that my eyes are slowly, like, one of them slowly, like, becoming, like, out of sync than the other when it comes to, like, seeing. And these glasses, like, kind of help with the, to kind of, like, realign my vision almost. Whoa! That's new. I like how every single stream I find something new that I can do in the Mako. I guess I can hit control and I can zoom in for like precision shots. That's neat. I like how I'm only just now figuring any of this stuff out. We've successfully surveyed a large deposit of palladium. Uh... Yeah, palladium is heavy metal. For some reason, I didn't think it was. And of course I level up again. Okay, I have mastered Unity, the last of those points. Yeah, I'll just continue putting points in her assault rifle and yours into basic armor. But wait. Did we actually have a... Oh, there it is. Investigate Cerberus activities on Binthu. That's where I recognize the name. So this is actually the Cerberus mission that I was talking about, where this is technically the follow-up to those two quest lines, so...
Heading to position.
Hmm.
Finally, some action.
Fusion Explosive 6. Huh. Okay, I have Cryo 6 on. Uh...
You must die!
I was trying to set up a, oh, hey, what's up? I was trying to set up this, I'm trying to actually, like, do all of the, ability achievements, but, like, I'm just, like, wasting time at this point. Whoops.
Gotta make sure that doesn't happen again.
Gem is hot.
There we go. What else did I get? Prior Explosive 6 and Mercenary 6 armor. Huh. Is that better than your... Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it's like his starting armor, but just heavy. It's kind of neat.
Looks like Cerberus has other bases on this world, Shepard.
Okay. Eliminated the threat at this facility. Okay.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Is there anything else that's just like lying around for us to grab? It's H. Okay. I forgot which one was the whole, which one was the actual button. Oh. I guess there actually isn't a back room. That's interesting. Usually there is. But yeah, it's like, it's kind of funny. It's like, originally, when I first did the, this type of, like, playthrough of the game, well, this type of, playthrough, usually, me messing around and doing random stuff happens later on, but I know for a fact that the way that Mass Effect works is that as long as you're not doing the story, you can't progress. So if you do everything you can before you progress the story, you can't get locked out of stuff. So on the bright side, like me messing around and doing these world exploration stuff very early on means that we can have a lot of like we can have a high level and a high yeah, it means that I can have a high level when we actually go and do the actual the the rest of the story.
En route.
Phoenix 5. Phoenix 7. Huh. Uh, yeah, might as well. Shield modulator and exoskeleton. I like how they just automatically give me something that I would have switched out for it. Because now the downside of having lower shields is actually replaced. Nice.
Take cover!
Hmm.
Better next time.
Hold the line!
Okay. Rex, you're in the way. Rex, you're kinda in the way. There we go. Let's see what else is sitting in here. Even more Phoenix stuff. What is... This is so much Phoenix gear. What? Okay, there has to...
So that doesn't happen again.
Those aren't usual husks. I'm actually a little worried. Uh... Thorian creepers. There's no sign of Kohaku among the creeper corpses. Must be at one of the other labs in
Let's
the
head
area.
to that next base, Shepard. This is my kind of mission.
Okay. Was it already by the door and it just didn't... Oh, there it is. So, yep. That one's still vacated. So we actually just got like a lot. A katana 5 and 6? Okay. I guess I'll take the katana 5. Which one is you guys using? Firestorm's 5. Uh... Hmm. And then you could take that one. How many Phoenix gears was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? That was 8. That was 8 Phoenix armors. What the heck? Like, there's a difference between having weird luck and having luck that's almost suspicious. Okay. Should be about right there on the map. We get those 3 areas, and then we get the one that's off into the distance. Large deposit of uranium. What am I currently at? I know we just checked it, but we only need 2 more rare earths? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, just like how we got, like, all but, like, 2. All but, like, 2 done for the, Oh, whoops. Wrong button. There we go. Huh. Huh. So this is where the Bass Pro Shop went. Got it. Level up again? Wow. Uh... Uh... Prothean Pyramid. There were a few children's toys and some ragged clothes stuffed inside the top of this monument, alongside a Prothean data disk. Okay. Where are we at, by the way? 5 of 13 emblems, 7 of 10 writings, 5 of 7 artifacts. 6 out of 10 medallions with all 3 ID tags. Finished on light metals and gases. We have 9 heavy metals and 13 rare earths. I would say that we're like, not halfway, but like we're a lot farther in that than I think we should. Like, it feels like one of those things that you accidentally complete instead of actually, like, strive to complete, you know? The Tornado 5, the Banshee, and the Equalizer. Um... Yeah, I didn't think so. Um... Unity Amp or Solaris Amp. Power bonus and the cooldown bonus. Actually, I'm gonna leave it on that, because your abilities are more, like, impact-oriented.
I'm on.
Lost shield. Patching you up.
I keep forgetting the heal sometimes. Come on. Stick your head out. I'm gonna just go around and see if I actually did get everything. Okay, it looks like that there was like a, There's like an aid station sitting over here.
All patched up.
Time to give Kahoku some payback.
You check for a pulse, but find none. Kahoku is dead. Despite the ferocity of the creatures that were sealed within, there's no signs of trauma on his corpse. The needle marks on his arm suggest a different means of execution.
Shepard, over there. It's Admiral Kahoku.
Yeah,
I guess Cerberus found him after all.
yeah, I already looked at him. Well, that's sad. Let's see. You found the location of a major Cerberus facility. Head to Nepheron in the Columbia system of the Voyager cluster and destroy it. Okay. That makes sense. You know, it's actually very fortuitous that we went here first, then. Because that was the one I was gonna go, that I was planning on going instead. No, I was thinking of another one. Where? Eh. Here's kind of messing up right now. I should have it tied back, but like, I'm just not feeling a tied up hair day right now. They literally put this like right at the end. No. Oh gosh. There we go. Energized Weave 7. Incendiary Rounds 6. And Incendiary Explosive 6. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't think any of the stuff that I have... Oh, no. Like, instantly... Yeah, you're at 5. Energized Weave, shield recovery and hardening. Yeah. I think you actually need damage protection more than shield, actually. Turn to the Normandy. Since we actually got several levels, let's actually do our traditional thing of landing with like each of our different groups. Three points? I might as well put one in the stasis, one in the first aid, and then the final point into lift, I guess, so that next level you can get advanced. Three points. Yeah, alter into assault training. Why not? Caden. You still use light armor. You use heavy armor. But the Titan 5 gear is actually like so much better than the heavy Phoenix gear that we got. Hmm. Oh, wait, actually. Now I'll switch out. I'll see if I need to switch out her shotgun later. Okay, 3 points for you. I might as well just put it equally into those three. And then for you... I'm tempted to put all 3 points into electronics. But we're only maxed out on electronics, so we don't really need it. Plus, we already have the stuff from Liara. I guess all through into assault training as well, I guess. Okay. now that we've done that, we can actually alright, I'm gonna quickly run down to the requisitions officer. The funniest part is that, like, this is like the quintessential like RPG experience to me, where it's like, okay, we went on like one minor incursion, we got like a million pieces of armor. I don't know what to do with all of it, so we have to make a stop at the local vendor, as one would say. Yeah, your Polaris one is just so much better than this Unity one. Caden, what do you have? You still have the Solaris 1. Yeah. Do... Yeah. We'll give you the Firestorm 5. You have the Equalizer. Garrus. Equalizer 4 to Equalizer 6. Fair enough. Medium Turian. That's 4 protection for a loss of 60 shield. I just don't feel like that's as worth it, especially since we have Alabative coating that is already giving us that type of stuff. If it was a level 7 piece of armor instead of a level 6 and it actually had a second slot in it, it might have been better. But as it stands, it's not really. It's not really that good.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what
You bet, Commander.
Okay. I don't need the shotgun, but I'm quite a bit away from it. There we go. Okay, what have we got here? Shield modulator. Wait, why can I move the why can I move the text on this one but not this one? Hmm. Fusion Explosive 6. I currently have... Oh, wait.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what
You bet, Commander.
Okay, sell. Cryo Explosive 6. So we have Incinerate, Fusion, Cryo. At this point, all we need is a is a replacement for high explosive. And again, we don't really need high explosive. Like, we've rarely ever used it. Hmm. I didn't realize I started walking all the way over there.
Looking for supplies?
Okay. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, wait. Did we actually get enough for the shotgun?
Supplies?
Let's see what
You bet, Commander.
Yes. Cool. Now we are kitted out with everything.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what
You bet, Commander. Looking for supplies? You bet, Commander.
Okay, sell. Okay. Okay, let's zoom out. No? Oh, there we go. Columbia. So let's travel to Amazon first. Do all the stuff here and then go over.
Incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Okay.
Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission complete burst from one of them.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
I understand this must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Okay. Let's see if we can track it down then. Oh. Sunadma? Sunadma is the second of the Amazon system's arid superterrestrial worlds. It is considerably less dense than its neighbor, Durnaraka, and has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of iron-laced silicates with deposits of sulfur. While scanning, you detect a small deposit of polonium. Donaraka is an enormous terrestrial world, nearly twice the size of Earth. Its environment is similar to that of Mars. Arid and a mix of craggy basalt highlands and sand-scorched deserts of ice-laced silicon dust. Naraka's atmosphere mainly consists of carbon dioxide and argon, but the planet's mass is great enough that measurable amounts of helium and even molecular hydrogen remain trapped within its atmosphere. The planet's gravity well is deep enough that it has collected nearly a dozen small satellites, small captured asteroids. Its surface is scarred by many large impact craters, making it the final resting place of both other captured asteroids. A small rock and ice planet, Cybin, has an extremely thin atmosphere of hydrogen sulfide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of magnesium and silicates with deposits of iron. Cybin's crest contains significant deposit of green serpentine, a material formed by volcanic activity. This suggests Cybin was a more geologically active world in the distant past. While scanning the planet Cybin, you discovered a large mine grid in geosynchronous orbit. With help from Navigator Presley, your recon team recovered the small unmanned probe marked with the Quadium outpost insignia. Tremor is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane and nitrogen in its upper atmosphere. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of nitrogen. Whoops. Agibinium is a small terrestrial world with an extremely thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. Though the planet has sufficient mass to maintain a much thicker atmosphere, much of it has been blasted away. The red giant Amazon is a large period variable star, currently by the nadir of its 18-year cycle. At peak, its energy output doubles, lashing Agibinium with intense heat and radiation. Crest is mainly composed of aluminum with deposits of tin. Much of the surface is coated with a fine silicon dust, which easily penetrates the smallest cracks of foul machinery. Huh. Anyway, I'll be right back. I gotta go deal with something. So it shouldn't take too long. So because I have a chronic need to tell people exactly what I'm eating or drinking for some reason, I was drinking some like lemon iced tea, and my I started to not feel as good, so I went and grabbed some water because sometimes I end up dehydrating myself and not realize it. Dang it. Always breaks. May I press the land button? It says it is lower than normal gravity, so... Okay, this one has a lot of unmarked areas. Which is nice, because it means that we get to mine a bunch of stuff. But, I'm pretty sure that... I think what they should have done is that they should have had, like, 2 tiers. Because it's obvious that... there should have been a way to scan better. I can't believe I actually got up here. I was not expecting that. Sumerian? You have successfully surveyed a deposit of Sumerian. That's all the rare earths I need. I only need heavy metals now. The probe signal is coming from the Amazon system in the Voyager cluster. Yeah, I'm already there. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I mentioned in tweets yesterday that I kind of wanted to do a slightly longer stream today. But I also gave worried sentiment about 2 things. One, I'm actually running out of computer space to hold all of my VODs. I had to, like, go in and delete some, like, old series that I wasn't really working on anymore. And... but, like, the longer I make these streams, the more of a, more of a storage sink they end up being. Apparently there's something right there. And then we could basically go in a straight line. Hmm. Okay. You know, I'm starting to think. Oh, that's... Yeah, that's definitely... Definitely not the thing I'm currently looking for, but the thing I'm here to get. Looks like we're gonna have to go the,
Turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
Hey, that's your fault for moving that... For moving that grid. That was not like that before. This is the worst time to have an itchy nose. Oh my god. I'm gonna just teleport back to the ship and then back down. Because that's gonna be, a little bit easier to get out of that pit then. Okay. I was looking at the map for a bit. Uh, I'm pretty sure that I mentioned this before, but unironically, one of my favorite, like, some of my favorite moments in video games in general have always been the exploration of a very well-crafted world. And I'm not just talking about like deep diving into like lore and stuff, because sometimes that's fun, but it's more about like learning everything there is to about an area that feels lived in an RPG. And I feel like an aspect of that in Mass Effect 1 is the Mako levels. And I defend the Mako levels a little bit more than I probably should. Yeah. Uh, like I like getting lost in very well-crafted environments. It's one of those funny things that I feel Mass Effect 1 does very well. And I feel sad that the rest of the series doesn't really hit that mark as well. Even if like Mass Effect 2 has a better story, like I never really got that feeling from 2 because there's less like actual like explorable areas in 2. Uh the individual like missions and the worlds that you go into them are definitely bigger, but like the actual like running around worlds that you get like a little tiny little speck of information before you drop down onto them is really fun. I really like the Mako levels. Uh, Brushing away the carbonation on the door of the uh, contragravity speeder, you see that the Nezo brand, you see the Nezo brand name. Judging by the charring, the wreckage has been there since the star's last variable peak. The corpse is wearing the remains of an expensive suit and what appears to be melted antique aviator goggles. Huh. Is this one of those, it's just one of those little, like, funny things that that you could find on the map that doesn't actually give you anything? Like, I'm pretty sure that that's supposed to be, like, an Amelia Earhart reference, but, like... Huh. Speaking of Xenoblade 3, like, I attempted to stream that, like, a while ago, and I just... And, due to the footage corrupting, I never actually got around to uploading it. But when I'm done with like a bunch of other like games I'm currently playing, I should probably like finish that up because that is my favorite game of last year. So this body is a long way from anything that appears to have been here. Wow, I read that so weird. This body is a long way from anything and appears to have been here for quite some time. On the body is a book of drawings, including one of the um Siglar Siglar? Yeah, Siglar outpost insignias. Hmm. How many insignias do we have left? Half? Yeah. That's fair. Like, uh, I have this, I have a, personal, like, I have a very personal thing where if a game makes me incredibly emotional, it's automatically going on to, like, my favorite games of that year list, and the amount the amount of Xenoblade 3 that just got me to like sit back and like really think about like what's going on with the story and stuff really like cemented it as my favorite in the series. Not just with the not just in uh not just of a favorite game of that year. But I could definitely see if there's like several pieces of that that just don't ring for other people. Level 6 kinetic buffer. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I think, yeah. Maybe, okay, this is, again, this is like a very, like, me thing, but, uh, I, uh, one of the things that was kind of sad for me is that, like, I wish I was more into the story of Xenoblade 2, but a lot of it wasn't even like the character designs, it was more of it was the fact that in the gacha system, the base level like stuff all had incredibly generic designs, and that kind of made me feel disconnected from my characters, like at the very beginning of the game. And I feel like that it took me a while for me to actually like enjoy the characters of 2 a little bit more than yeah. I will say though that once I actually did like sit down and think about it, Like, I really do enjoy the cast of... There is no unenjoyable cast of Xenoblade as a series. Yeah, I feel like that the growing into it period of 2 felt a little bit too long. Like, it really wasn't until I started getting some of the higher end blades, like, just because of how the system works, that I really started to feel like
The signals coming from
that
the
I was
mine?
having, like,
This
some
knows.
enjoyment with it.
I agree. The probe did not crash. Someone moved it here.
They may not know what they have. Let's find it before they set it off.
Right.
I wish I remembered X. I had a Wii U for exactly, like, 3 months. And the only game I really played for it was Smash 4, which came with it, and Zombie U, because that was like the one game that I really wanted to try on it. And it feels like it didn't really get too much of a time with it. I wish I actually did like sit down with uh Xenoblade Chronicles X, because I feel like it could have been a good game. It's one of those weird gaming experiences where it's like, it's too obscure, you know? It's not the fact that it could be bad, it's the fact that it's obscure that makes it weird. Yeah, mm, I have kind of a skewed perspective on games. So when I hear that a game is like that low, where it's like a 6 out of 10, oh right, you can't download the install packs anymore. That might be a bit annoying.
That was a detonator. Someone just screwed us.
Shepard, at last.
I actually threw my mouse. I actually got jump scared by that.
You have me at a disadvantage.
You don't remember me. No matter. I remember you. I never forget anyone I've fought. My name is Ilanos Heliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
In most criminal organizations, it's the one who's recognized as the most successful.
That's correct. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed because of you. Your damnable holding action.
My crew will come for me.
Oh, let them. We'll be ready. An Alliance warship would make a fine prize. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, the ores here are laced with heavy metals. I'm afraid your suit radios aren't powerful enough to transmit out.
Oh, that's useful. I actually need some heavy metals for the rest of that mission.
It doesn't have to be like this, Haliot.
Empty words from a dead woman. Goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
We've got air and light, and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
Disable the bomb before it goes off. What? Oh no. Oh no, how far back is it gonna put me? Did it autosave when I came in here? It autosaved when I came onto the world. Okay, so it's a good thing that I left. But it means I have to sit through that incredibly loud explosion again. Uh 7th gen video games and their incredibly bad autosave features. I really missed this era of gaming. Okay. Just gotta do this again. Come on. Oh, there we go. To be fair, I should have actually seen this coming. Like, the second I enter, like, any sort of, like, space, I should have probably, saved. Especially when there's dialogue in front of it.
The signal's come.
This.
I agree. The probe.
They may not
Right.
know what they have.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that whole walk every single time I...
Shepard,
You caused the cave-in?
my name is... Who do you think runs the Terminus? The 3 years failed because of you. Oh, and if you haven't noticed it... Goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
Okay.
We've got air and light in the...
I didn't realize I had to disable it 3 times. Okay, where are you? Oop. Cryo rounds and proton rounds. I guess we'll double check to see if we actually need to put those onto anything. Oh. It's this. Uh, actually, let me check the journal real quickly.
Let's get moving.
Can I actually re-enter through this way? No. Okay. Looks like we're gonna have to walk. Yeah. I still think that the Mass Effect series is one of the better, like, 7th gen RPGs. Actually, I think that it's one of the few, like, games that were on, like, the Xbox 360 or PS3 that, like, in retrospect, kind of feels like it aged very well. Like, uh, I may like Infamous as a series, but I don't think it aged very well with its writing and controls, but, like, but its world was really cool. Or, I feel like I'm one of the only people who actually, like, yeah. Uh, or something like, the Condemned series, where it's like, that game aged very poorly, but it's still a fun series, overall. Uh, but I feel like that when it comes to, like, series that you can like play nowadays and it still feels pretty good, I think Mass Effect is one of the series that still holds up. Uh, Maybe Bioshock, but like I definitely know a lot of people who uh look at the Bioshock games with like,
Hostile contact.
no, I just fell, don't worry.
All clear.
Okay. I think the thing that's gonna be the like true test of my patience, though, is going to be certain aspects of Mass Effect 3, because I definitely know that there's gonna be some annoying parts of that story that sitting through it again is gonna be really taxing on my yeah, I came to that conclusion a while ago where it was Bioshock 1 is liked because people like thought the twist was very smart, to put it bluntly. It isn't. It's pretty it's pretty predictable twist. But it's still like a fun game, but I feel like 2 had so much better had so much better of a grasp of like how its combat was gonna go. Uh yeah, if the game basically ended like the room after, I feel like that it would have been a more impactful ending. Or if they didn't even include that room in the first place, not even gonna lie. I feel like that room is indicative of like everything that's wrong with the actual story writing of 1. And then 2 is actually just a really well-rounded story. And then while I like aspects of 3, I know for a fact that it is not a huh. Okay. So there's gonna be the loud noise again. I have to defuse this bomb for like a third time.
Shepard, who did
Because
you
I
hunt
think
for
I
3
missed something.
years ago? The one blamed when it
Yeah,
failed
Infinite.
because of you. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
We've got air and light and...
Yeah, okay, I'm biased. I like the fact that the best ability in that game is bird-based, but uh, Infinite's plasmid system is just not as interesting as the other games, and it's certainly and removing the weapon wheel is very annoying. But I feel like that they could have done something better with the story. Hmm. I guess. Yeah, I feel like when you're actually in the game of Bioshock Infinite, like, it's fine, but it's only bad in retrospect. Like, after you've kind of, like, had time to sit down with the game, does it truly feel bad? Oh gosh. Oh no. Gonna have to do it for a fourth time, I guess. Okay, I'm saving after
Shepard,
the explosion happens this time.
runs the terminal. No, 3 years ago, the failed because of you. Oh, and if you have goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now?
Whew. There we go. Do that. Save. There we go. Yeah. The problem with a lot of games that came out in that span of time is that they think that they're really clever when they really aren't. And I feel like Bioshock Infinite falls into that hole of they really thought their story was interesting. Well, the story is interesting. The problem is that they thought the game was clever. Uh, maybe. Like, I wonder how much of the actual game is problems, uh, like internal problems, and how many of those problems are actually external. There we go. Holly went through a lot of trouble to dry here. A pity it ended like this, for him at least. Now that you're above ground, your suit radio has reestablished connection with the Normandy. Time to get the hell out of here. Ooh. Was, in fact, quite a lot. I also like how they moved your Mako over here. Okay, we got Columbia. We're here. Kloya. Kloya is a hothouse terrestrial world with a dense atmosphere of nitrogen and sulfur dioxide. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of iron with deposits of gold. The core of Kloya is very hot and tectonically active. Volcanic eruptions are common, and outgassing continues to add to the density of the atmosphere. The largest active volcano has a caldera nearly 100 kilometers in diameter, and its basalt floods have continued to cover an area roughly the size of the Earth continent of Australia. Neat. Okay, that's the one we're gonna be landing on. There we go. Ontaheader is a unusually large ice world with a core of silicate rock and light metals, and a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The crust is mainly composed of water ice. Ontaheader was ice sheets show obvious signs of large-scale fracture and refreezing, centered on a massive crater near the South Pole. A recent extranet meme suggests that a Prothean ship crashed through the crust of the planet before the collapse of their empire, and might still be recovered from the planetary core. This is purportedly the source of the planet's unusually high mass. Careful mapping of Ontaheader's gravity fields by orbiting satellites have proved that the planetary core is entirely normal. 0.06 Earth atmosphere. That's... While scanning this planet, you've detected a deposit of samarium. Huh. Grommer is a rocky terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The frozen surface is mainly composed of copper with deposits of calcium. Prior to the Alliance's expansion into the Voyager cluster, Gromer hosted one half of a Turian interferometric telescope array, connected with similar telescope in the Attican Beta cluster by an expensive chain of FTL-COM buoys. The two functioned as a single virtual lens with an effective aperture equal to the thousands of light years between them. The Turians used this to chart the terminus systems with great accuracy. Scans of planet Gromer revealed a derelict space station in late stages of orbital decay. A small team was able to recover one of the items of interest, among them a League of One medallion. Neat. Okay. Let's see if there's anything hidden inside of the asteroid belt. I guess not. Nephron is a barren volcanic terrestrial world with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of sodium with deposits of magnesium. Aside from displays of geological beauty, including many spectacular volcanoes, this barren world is of little interest. Entities relating to Nephron in the astronomical database are sparse. Just readjusting myself so I can actually, like, sit back properly. Might as well grab this first one since we're right here. Yeah, I completely, by the way, I completely agree with the sentiment that Judas is gonna be a lot more interesting as a sort of like, let's see how badly this this turned out than a game that people are gonna play for the its actual, like, for its merit. And that makes me a little sad, but I also think that the oh, thorium. Yeah, but I feel like it, in some small way, I think even the game director knows that it's a that he has a serious problem when it comes to him. Yeah, when it comes to the way that his directing style goes. Because it really does feel like it's the reason why some of the other games that he's worked on haven't really panned out well. Let's just say. You know, ever since I restarted my computer, I've been having a lot less I've been having a lot less problems with like dropped frames and stuff. It's really funny. Uh, Platinum. How much do I have left? 10 heavy metals. Okay. I think it might. I'm pretty sure that Judas might, I have about as much confidence that Judas will come out. The same way that I had, about the same amount of confidence I had about, that I had about Starfield coming out, to be honest. The game is gonna be kind of weird, but it will eventually come out. The worst thing that can happen to it is literally, like, the company falling apart before they can actually release it. Which is totally possible. And if that happens, then the game is totally not coming out, but I feel like there is a good that there's a good chance that like that his ego is not gonna make it that he's not gonna let it just die without people seeing what his game is. You know? Beryllium? Okay. Yeah. The only thing stopping it would effectively be the publisher just getting tired and taking an axe to their knees. Uh, Look at all these kinetic stabilizers I'm totally using on my weapons. I think... Look at him fly. Sorry, I took way too much enjoyment out of watching the enemy just fly up into the distance while dissolving. I said dissolving like it was some sort of like transition wipe. Hmm. Oh, there we go. High explosive 6. Am I currently using medical interface 7? No, just 6. Okay. Okay. What the...
Charging up.
I saw you move. Uh-oh. When was the last save? Oh. Yeah, I was here. Ah, dang it. On the bright side, it's not too far away. I looked at the clock and it's already like 2. It's been like 2 hours since we started, and I'm already feeling it. That is not a good sign. Because what usually happens is that, like, uh, when I, get done with the stream, I just pass out. Of course, I run the wrong way around. I'm gonna just down the rest of my tea. Dang it. Actually. Yeah. Yeah, a little. Let's see. And the last one's right there. There we go. What? Yeah. That was probably a little bit overkill. Fusion explosive 7, polonium rounds 5. 6? There we go. Took my brain a second. Fusion explosive 7, there we go. What's the best friends quote where Matt was like, hey, I'm in your house, I'm stealing your money. Dang it. After all of this, we get another Phoenix armor. Cool. Stealing your monies. Yeah. There we go. You cautiously press a few buttons, and alarm chimes. The optical database is flashing itself. Quickly, you copy as many files as you can onto your hardsuit's internal computer. Its memory wiped, the computer shuts down. The files are sure to be encrypted, but you've got time to crack them. Nice. Tech cooldown bonus. Yep. Uh... you having that high shield bonus is actually very useful. And you're already wearing that. Okay. Let's see if, Hmm? Okay. Man. I was just thinking, like... Because I ate before, but now I'm just, like, really hungry for that, like... for the protein oatmeal that we have like sitting in our pantry right now because that sounds really good right now. And then I'm like, wait, no, probably eating something high protein just before falling asleep is probably a bad idea. Yeah. Hmm. The fact that that still has a mark on it does not bode well. Like, I'm done with the mission, but it's making it out like I'm still... Like, I still have to do something there. Huh. The Cerberus soldier had an identification tag for Captain Varsenth, one of the Solarian soldiers responsible for capturing the League of One. It is unclear how he came into possession of this relic. I'm gonna save again just in case. Okay, journal. Oh, Solarian ID tags, 4 of 3. Cool. Wait, what does it say for valuable minerals? 23 of 12. 23 of 20, 22 of 20, and 7 of 6. Of course. Uh-oh. And there we go. Oh, nice. I've never really been too big into Armored Core, but it's really great to hear that 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 game is doing very well. You know?
Just lead the way.
Oh, here it is. I was trying to figure out where the thing I was guarding was. Tungsten round 6. Interesting. Oh gosh. I still have to go back to, like, the first world we landed on and defeat the Thresher Maw on that planet. I am convinced that the Thresher Maw on that planet is deliberately designed to be harder than the other ones. Just to make you not want to go near them. Oh gosh. Okay. Turn to the Normandy. Oh, oof. Yeah, that sucks.
Transmission coming in, Commander. I think you're gonna want to hear this one.
Yeah.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
Who are you, and who do you represent?
Who I am is inconsequential. Suffice to say, I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kahoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster. Unfortunately, that was all we were able to find out. That is why we are so interested in acquiring copies of the files from you.
Did you have anything to do with Admiral Kahoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is now in your possession.
These are classified Alliance files. I'm not handing them over to you.
Be reasonable, Commander. Cerberus was operating outside Alliance jurisdiction. You don't owe them any loyalty. The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive. But no secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands. Might as well be you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
What are you gonna do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded. Why my employer desires this information is not my concern. I am only the buyer.
I'm pretty sure I get a lot of money for doing this. I'm pretty sure I get a lot of money for doing this.
My loyalty is to the Alliance, not the Shadow Broker.
That is unfortunate, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
Yeah, we got 8 Paragon from that. What are we currently sitting at? Nearly half? That's pretty good for, not doing any mission other than getting Liara. Okay. Let's reallocate some of our... team's stats. Well, sorry, not stats, but like, what items they have on them. Sadly, we can't buy, mods from our, Requisition Officer, but... Oh wait, he's probably gonna get new stuff if we actually fully dock at the Citadel, not just,
Equalizing.
okay. Advanced lift. We might as well give you one more point in the medicine, why not? Yeah, might as well just put the other two into combat training. It, Stiletto 6. I can't remember what Liara is currently using. I think it might also be a Stiletto 6. I'm gonna hold off on that for a second.
Interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley. Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer. equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Okay, there we go.
Logged.
Now we've
The
leveled all
commanding
them up.
officer is ashore. Exo Presley, stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Okay.
Logged. The commanding
Now I
officer
can actually,
is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
now I can allocate their gear a little bit better. I think... No, we should start with Lyra and Garrus. Let's see if their stuff is up to speed. Yep. She has a Stiletto 6, which is exactly what I thought. Okay. Doesn't look like she needs anything else. What about... Nah. Garrus? Okay. I don't think... Nah, I'll upgrade you to the Tsunami. Polonium rounds. Yeah, you're already using the polonium rounds on that. Nope. You're all good on that. Tally. Oh wait, Ashley. We're gonna store Firestorm 5 for a second. Yeah. Katana 6 appears to be better than the Firestorm 6. So yeah, take this back. Polonium rounds 5. There we go. Yeah, I might as well, prove that. It's not like I'm gonna use Ashley or Caden too much, but it feels weird. Why do I have a Combat Scanner 5 on you for that? That actually does nothing. Okay, Rex. And then you have a Katana 4. You should just be using this Katana 6. Liberator is apparently not good. Ursa is the same, but less shields and more tech protection. Well, Do I need to upgrade your stuff, Tally? I don't think so. Oh, no, I have something I can upgrade, yep. Okay, we're good.
Looking for supplies?
Yep.
See what
You bet, Commander.
Oh, you got new ones. Cool. Zero tech and biotic protection, but so much more shield. Nah, not worth it. Phoenix 7 Lite, though. 14... 13.3... 32. Scorpion 4. We could get the upgraded Scorpion armor for Liara.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what.
Where'd this Scorpion Light go? Oh, I guess it's Phoenix, Phoenix 7? Huh. There you go. I think, yeah,
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what.
You bet, Commander.
Alright, I was gonna double check to see if, Liara, I wanted your Omni-Tool to be shield-based. So no. Tully, where's your Omni-Tool at? Chameleon 4 has a lot of tech cooldown. But Blue Wire is very all-around. You already have a Blue Wire 5. And then you have a Blue Wire 1. That feels right.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what.
You bet, Commander.
Uh... Armor, weapons. There we go. There we go. And then I'll sort that out later. Yeah, might as well just hold on to the rest of my money. Okay, see ya. I was actually about to end off as well, so... Because I am just, like... completely out of it right now. But that's okay, because that's what these streams are about. Is I basically just see how long I could go before I pass out. Anyway, I'll see all y'all next time. See you later. Goodbye.